Last year, we made this mind map trying to think of how hands could be used with communication and how just different ideas that we could take from to create our own art with. And we looked at not only different ways that we communicate with our hands and the meaning behind it, but we also looked at perhaps like some sayings that had hands in it. And this was just sort of to jumpstart some ideas about what you want to do for your final project. So some of them were sort of childish, like I'm thinking about back to your youth, like the itsy bitsy spider game and counting. And some of them were just gestures with hands, and they could be really powerful. Like if you were going to do, even just as simple as rock on, okay, pointing, the peace sign, like any of those things could have some deeper meanings in them. Stop, how powerful that message could be depending on what you had in the background, the thinking gesture. We also looked at, how maybe hands are intertwined and how that's like coming together, symbolizing fingers crossed, praying, a clenched hand, how, waving. Um, we also like holding hands, shaking hands. Then we looked at some sayings that involved the word hands to sort of think about maybe, how you could visualize that gesture. And then, you could sort of come up with something like that. Like we had, you know, to be in safe's hands or to force someone's hands, um, 5-figure discount, to live from hand to mouth, gotta hand it to you, to have the upper hand, bite the hand that feeds you. So we came up with a whole list of anything that we could think of. I mean, even as so silly as like I got your nose, but just to really think about um, all these ideas that we have that we communicate with our hands and the sayings that go with them. And you could really expand upon some of those ideas. So this isn't everything, but this is just sort of like to get you started thinking about your hand project and how you're going to use hands to communicate some sort of idea. So it's going to be different than just having, a nice well painted hand. It's not just a technical exercise, but now we need to start thinking about how we're going to make this into a piece of art with one of your ideas, right? So if any of these ideas sort of like jump out at you, that's lovely. And then there's something else that you have an idea of, then please go with that. But there's, probably about 50 different ideas here to really help you.